FCT Minister Wike revokes land titles of Buhari, Abbas, Akume amid the land administration controversy. 35 minors die in Ibadan stampede. Oni's ex-wife arrested. 1 killed, 4 injured in multiple explosions in Niger community. And on the international scene, Burkina Faso releases 4 French spies after Moroccan mediation. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thank you for joining us, and now the details. Now, land dispute and ownership issues in the Federal Capital Territory have reached critical levels as the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has revoked lands belonging to former President Muhammadu Buhari, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, and the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, amongst others. Wike's administration has aggressively tackled these challenges, spending millions on public notices, revoking land titles and demolition structures. Chamunda Bank in this report highlights the challenges with land administration, especially in the FCT. Take a look.
Since assuming office, Nyesom Wike has revoked titles and pulled down over 20,432 structures in 2024 alone. These actions, according to the administration, aims to restore Abuja's original master plan, but have sparked public outcry, as many affected buildings house businesses or families for years.
Wike at least should consider the people, because the hardship people are facing in Nigeria. More demolition will lead to more people stealing, those that don't have shelters and the rest.
Because there are so many people, they are already building their house for, let's say, 10 years, 20 years ago, and the government is away, and they are selling this land to them. And after you stay for place, anywhere that you go and stay for 10 to 20 years, and that place is supposed to be, it is your own.
In the process of demolishing these illegal structures, it brings pain on the occupants, so to say.
Despite criticism, estate developer Fanuel Lawrence, CEO of Green Peak Shelters, praised the decisive approach, citing the need to seal loopholes in land administration and rid the FCT of illegal structures.
There has been a lot of issues surrounding land documentation in Abuja. And these issues are multifaceted. They stems from sharp practices in acquiring some of these land documents, and also the fact that bureaucratic bottlenecks have also impeded the efficiency in the delivery of land title documents, even when individuals apply, and so many other factors like that. Land documentation is a very, very crucial and very, very important aspect of home or property ownership. Now, that is what gives you the right on that property.
Recent revocations include plots belonging to former President Muhammadu Buhari, House Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, and other high-profile individuals, primarily for failing to pay ground rents or obtain certificates of occupancy, CFO. While some residents agree illegal structures must go, they call for measures to mitigate the impact on affected citizens.
How do you want that somebody has building his house, he tried to manage it himself, and later they will just come and demolish his house without compensate him?
The level of homelessness in this country is scary. So I would suggest that when you embark on exercises like this, which are not wrong as some assume, you try and see how you can, make available some form of palliatives.
And that you stayed in a property or you occupy the land for 100 years and the documentation is faulty. Time does not now legitimize it.
As demolitions continue, concerns remain over documentation processes and the broader implications for landowners and residents in the FCT. Chamun Dabeng, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Corps has arrested 75 individuals, including 5 females and 70 males during an overnight operation targeting miscreants in and street traders. Now, State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, disclosed the development on X, emphasizing the operation's goal of ensuring a cleaner and more orderly Lagos. The operation covered key areas such as Ikoyi, Lekki, and Victoria Island, including Admiralty Way, Ahmadu Bello Way, and Echo Hotel Roundabout. The arrested individuals are set to face prosecution under Lagos state laws. Residents are urged to comply with state regulations to support the vision of a cleaner and safer Lagos.
Ah,
35 miners have been confirmed dead in a stampede at a fun fair held at Islamic High School Orita Bashorun, Ibadan. The incident, which happened on Wednesday, drew condemnation from many, including the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, who vowed to investigate the circumstances surrounding the tragedy. Makinde also said that the state government would arrest those responsible for the incident and commiserated with parents whose children were found in the stampede. Also, a day after, the state police command announced that 7 suspects have been arrested for their roles in the disaster. The command spokesperson, Adewale Osifeso, said ex-queen of the Oni of Ife, Naomi Sileku Nola, the principal of Islamic High School, Ibadan, Fasasi Abdullahi, and 6 others are in police custody. According to the statement, ex-queen was named as the main sponsor of the event. The command spokesperson also said that 6 persons are injured and receiving treatment in a medical facility. Meanwhile, the palace of the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, has expressed sympathy to the families of the children whose lives were lost at a fun fair in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, on Wednesday. The palace also showed solidarity with the ex-queen, saying she genuinely cared for children and organized similar events in Osun State when she was queen. Statistician General of the Federation, Adeniran Adeyemi, has been invited for questioning by the Department of the State Services, the DSS, following the release of a controversial survey report on ransom payments in Nigeria. Authoritative sources revealed that the DSS is scrutinizing the methodology and data used in the report, which claimed that ransom payments had reached alarming levels, sparking national and international reactions. The Crime Experience and Security Perception Survey report, published by the National Bureau of Statistics on Tuesday, disclosed that Nigerians paid an estimated total of 2.23 trillion naira as ransom to kidnappers between the periods of May 2023 and April 2024. The survey report showed that 65% of households affected by kidnapping incident resorted to paying ransom to secure the release of victims. On average, each household paid 2.67 million naira per incident. It revealed that an estimated 51.89 million crime incidents were recorded across Nigerian households in the reference period. The report showed that the Northwest region had highest incident of crime with 14.4 million cases reported, followed by the North Central region with 8.8 million incidents. A day after the report was released, the Bureau disclosed that its official website had been hacked and that it was working to restore it. Justice Marian Aneni of the Federal Capital Territory High Court has granted the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahya Bello, a bail in the sum of 500 million naira with 3 sureties in like sum. Justice Aneni had on December 10th refused the ex-governor's bail application, saying it was filed prematurely. While delivering the initial ruling, she said that having been filed when the first defendant was neither in custody nor before the court, the instance application was incompetent. There was, however, room for the governor's lawyers to file a fresh application for bail and apply for hearing date. The former governor is facing an alleged money laundering trial to the tune of 110 billion naira along with 2 others. He had pleaded not guilty to the 16-count charges brought against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC. At the day's proceedings, counsel for the former governor, Joseph Daudu, SAN, informed the court that the defense counsels had filed a further affidavit in response to the counter-affidavit filed and served by the prosecution counsels. There was no objection from the prosecution counsel, Olukayode and Nitan, SAN. The court thereafter granted the application for withdrawal, striking out the further affidavit. The Christmas and New Year celebration are usually a time for Nigerians to travel, reunite with loved ones, and unwind after a busy year. However, the soaring cost of transportation is turning this cherished annual tradition into a luxury for many. With just days to Christmas, Trust TV's Noel Sampson visited the bustling Otako Park, where park officials and drivers lament low patronage, while passengers express frustration over exorbitant transportation costs. The report.
The Otako Park is one of the busiest parks in the FCT, accounting for hundreds of journeys to various parts of the country. This time of the year is usually the most profitable because of the number of travelers trooping in. Alhaji Ibrahim Gaji, the FCT Vice Chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, expressed concern over the sharp decline in travelers' patronage. Despite maintaining ticket prices for the past 2 months, the turnout of passengers remains low.
That is why now you can see, if it is before, when you come to the park, you can see everywhere passengers sitting waiting for vehicle. But because of the money, passengers are not coming. They are not coming again. Because everybody will come, will complain. But we temper justice with mercy. We don't want to add more fear on them so that they cannot be able to come to the park. What we are collecting, still that is what we are collecting, because from last year? No, presently, before this December period. This is December period. This is our time.
Drivers at the park shared similar sentiments, lamenting how the festive season, which is typically their busiest and most profitable period, has failed to yield significant income this year. Many said rising fuel prices and other operational costs have eroded their profits.
We are buying the fuel like around 190 or 200 naira per liter. But after the high price of the fuel, that thing make everybody no get chance to traveling because there's no money.
You know, say that last year, motor go me like 40, 50, 100. But this time around, our car didn't move like this because of people, they are complaining. There's no money. We save, you will load like 50,000, you buy fuel 30,000. You settle the office, you now put like 20,000, 15,000 naira. People loaders, they was there. We are giving them too. Highest 10,000 naira will be with you.
The situation at the park paints a grim picture, with passengers sitting idly for hours, waiting for vehicles to fill up. Travelers blame the delays or the prohibitive cost of transportation, which has discouraged many from traveling.
The price first so far?
The price still remains the same, 8,000, and honestly, it's not like the price is too much. Over 3 hours, if I'm not mistaken. So there is no passenger.
Meanwhile, Nigerians are appealing to the federal government to address the lingering fuel price issues, which they say have made traveling during the festive season an unattainable dream for many. Noel Sampson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The federal government has urged Nigerians to monitor the activities of the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund facilities and report any irregularities encountered while assessing healthcare services at primary healthcare centers, local government offices, or state levels. The call was made during the 9th BHCPF Ministerial Oversight Committee meeting, where Professor Muhammad Ali Pate, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, stressed the need for transparency and accountability in the utilization of these funds. He noted that such measures are critical to ensuring quality healthcare delivery to vulnerable populations. Similarly, the Director General of the National Health Insurance Authority, NHIA, Dr. Kelechi Ohiri, highlighted the adverse impact of low public awareness on the effectiveness of health maintenance organization. He urged citizens to be proactive in understanding and utilizing available healthcare services.
All Nigerians where the resources, if there are issues with the primary healthcare sector from the state to flag them so that we ensure that everywhere reaches the poorest and to get the quality primary healthcare that they need. We've seen more than 10 million Nigerians receiving services in PNCPF-funded facilities.
There were 16.7 million Nigerians who were covered by any form of insurance. That number as at November, with additional numbers coming in, stood at 19.2. But by the time all the numbers come in, we expect it to be over 20 million. This is significant because this sort of represented the target that we had initially thought would take us 4 years to get there. But we're getting to it in 1 year as a sector. Now, this is not just the hard work of NHIA, but this is the hard work of everybody that has been in the system at the public sector, national level, NHIA, the state health insurance schemes, as well as, the private health insurance institutions.
Moving on to more stories, one farmer, Dauda Haruna, has been killed while 4 others, including 3 siblings, were severely injured following bomb explosion in Bassa community, Shiroro local government area of Niger State. Reports said the incident happened between Bassa and Guadara communities on Thursday morning when the victims were going to farm to harvest crops. Residents said the first explosion went up with the 3 siblings who rode one motorcycle, while the second one went up when the motorcycle of those coming for rescue stepped on it, killing one of the rescuers. An eyewitness, Enoch, said the children were ahead on bike while he was going on foot with his wife when they heard a heavy sound. 2 of the siblings, Nehemiah and Jonah, and one of the rescuers, Abdullahi Shuaibu, lost 1 leg each. One of the residents, Ahmed Al-Mustafa, appealed to the state and federal government to come to their aid to enable them face farming as their means of livelihood. The spokesperson for the Niger State Police Command, SP Wasiu Abiodun, promised to confirm the incident and revert.
That Ambadid have put bomb to the road behind Guadara and Bassa. So our people are going. There is another one person called Shaibu who is going with the bridge to another village. So you see 3 people. There are 3 people there. The bomb have removed their 3 legs. So he go back to the village and tell people that let them go and rescue them. So the problem there is that the time that he go there, the bomb stand up with him. So the man is dying now.
The Adamawa State Executive Council, led by Governor Amadou Umaru Fintiri, has approved 238 million naira to provide relief for victims of the 2024 flood disaster across 5 local government areas in the state. The affected communities include Numan, Lamorde, Madagali, Michika, and Demsa. As part of the relief efforts, each impacted household will receive 250,000 naira to help families recover and rebuild their lives after the devastating floods. This initiative demonstrates the government's commitment to supporting its citizens during difficult times and fostering resilience in affected communities. In addition to the flood relief, the council has also approved over 197 million naira for the renovation and construction of the Adamawa Agricultural Mechanization Agency headquarters offices and central workshop. This investment aims to enhance agricultural development and mechanization in the state.
The council has equally approved to publish the Business Enabling Reform Action Plan (BERA) for the year 2025 implementation period to meet up the eligibility criteria for participation in the year 2025 implementation period of the State Action on Business Enabling Reform (SEBA) program in the state. This, in essence, is to approve BERA for the year 2025 and publish it in order to meet up with the eligibility criteria in the step and ensure that before or on 31st December, this program has been published on the state website to meet up with the eligibility criteria by the World Bank.
Over 26,000 people have benefited from various support initiatives under the fourth round of the Katsina State CARES program in the Funtua Senatorial Zone. The state coordinator of the program, Nafiu Muhammad Musa, disclosed this during the official launch of the initiative at the Malumfashi Township Stadium. The report.
The Katsina State CARES program, a joint initiative of the World Bank and the Katsina State government, aims to enhance the socio-economic well-being of residents while addressing the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. The program encourages communities to execute development projects, support small and medium enterprises (SMEs), and provides farmers with inputs to boost agricultural productivity. Under the Dikorada-led administration, the initiative has continued to make a significant impact on the lives of residents. To sustain the momentum, Governor Diko Umaru Radda launched the fourth round of the program for the Funtua Senatorial Zone at the Malumfashi Township Stadium. This phase of the program has benefited over 26,000 people drawn from the 11 local government areas in the zone. At the launch, Governor Diko Radda presented checks worth 12 million naira to 65 communities to enable them to execute various community development projects. Additionally, 3,600 vulnerable households each received 50,000 naira as financial support.
Supported 23,300 farmers with agricultural inputs, assets to facilitate and promote agricultural productivity, which will in turn sustain grassroots agricultural value chain as well as improve the socio-economic prospects of the state.
The state coordinator of the program, Nafiu Muhammad Musa, commended Governor Diko Umaru Radda for his commitment to improving the lives of residents and urged beneficiaries to use the resources effectively to achieve the program's objectives.
Today, it's a ceremony that we have planned for over 4 weeks, and alhamdulillah, it has come, and all beneficiaries have received their items right from CSDA, Kasida, and Fadama.
Nafi Muhammad called on beneficiaries to ensure the proper use of the support provided, emphasizing the importance of achieving the intended goals. Similarly, 4,095 small and medium entrepreneurs received business training, operational grants, and startup equipment, such as grinding machines, mini inverters, and POS machines. On the agricultural front, 19,068 farmers were provided with essential tools and assets, including hand power tillers, goats, fingerlings, day-old chickens, and solar-powered water pumps, all aimed at increasing agricultural productivity in the region. Some of the beneficiaries expressed their gratitude to the Dikorada-led administration for its dedication to improving the lives of people in the zone.
In business, the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals has dismissed claims that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited used a $1 billion loan that, was secured through a crude forward sale agreement to support the refinery during a liquidity crisis. In a statement on Wednesday, the company's Chief Branding and Communications Officer, Anthony Chiejina, said the NNPCL stance was a distortion to the facts. Chiejina stated that the refinery's decision to enter into a partnership with the NNPCL was based on the recognition of their strategic position in the industry as the largest off-taker of Nigerian crude and at the time the sole supplier of petrol into Nigeria. According to the statement, the agreement would have been cash-based rather than credit-driven if the refinery struggles with liquidity issues. The refinery spokesperson said the NNPCL was subsequently unable to supply the agreed 300,000 barrels a day of crude. He said that the shortfall was because the NNPC had committed a greater part of their crude cargoes to financiers with the expectation of higher production, which they were unable to achieve. Now, away from Nigeria, Burkina Faso's junta-led government said on Thursday that it has released 4 French nationals in its called spies following Morocco-mediated negotiation with France. The West African Nations Information Agency said in a statement that Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the country's president, welcomed Morocco's diplomatic efforts and noted that France and Burkina Faso's relation had soared in recent years. In a post on X on Thursday, France's Defense Minister Sébastien Lecornu described the detainees as French Armed Forces members. The 4 were arrested in Ouagadougou in December of 2023 on what Jeune Afrique and French media reported as espionage-related charges. Their detention came at a low point in France's relation with its former colonies in the Sahel, including Burkina Faso. France's Élysée Palace said in a statement that President Emmanuel Macron had thanked Morocco's King Mohammed VI for mediating discussions that led to their release. And finally, in sports, the Sporting Lagos captain Aliu Salawuddin says the team will work hard to achieve their target for the new season. The modest side started their 2024 to 2025 Nigerian National League campaign with a 4-0 win over Solution FC. Salawuddin believes that the new-look Sporting Lagos team is ready for the challenge ahead. And with that, we wrap up News Update on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for watching.